And now, Action News Now Storm Tracker weather. Coverage you can count on.
And many parts of Northern California are also beginning to look like fall, but it's not really feeling like it. In fact, Redding is almost at 90 degrees right now, so it's feeling very warm out there, almost feeling like summer in some locations. Here's a live look out at Bernie. Nothing but sunny skies out there, and we are expecting those to stick around for the entire week, although we will see some more clouds moving in for Redding and maybe Chico, maybe later towards the weekend. As we go to those current temperatures right now, 88 degrees right now in Redding, and Chico is at 77. So look at that temperature difference. And now when I saw that temperature, I'm like, wait, is that really true? And I went and checked some of the other weather stations in Shasta County, and it's true. They're almost at 90 degrees. Some of the other stations out there are recording 90 degrees. So very warm out there, even in the 80s farther south in the valley. And out there in those mountain locations, some of you are already beginning to reach the 70s. So 71 out there in Chester. As for overnight low temperatures tonight, many of you will be dropping into the mid to upper 40s for tonight in the valley, and then some 20s and 30s out there in those mountain locations. As for highs tomorrow, we're expecting more 80s out there in the valley, and then maybe some 70s the farther south you go in the valley, and then 60s to close to 70 degrees in those mountain locations. Now, why are we so warm? Why are we so sunny? It's because we have this ridge of high pressure just sitting over us. Notice it is kind of farther off on the coast, though, so we can't expect to see some clouds moving in Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But overall, this ridge will stay on top of us. This high pressure will stay here through the weekend, and we will see no chances of rain. We'll be staying dry through the weekend into next week even. But notice this, there's like a little low pressure system that could move in from the southwest. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. It's way too far in the future to tell if it will even happen because this is just a computer model, but that's something just to keep an eye on. Hopefully we can get something from that. As for the next few hours in the valley, we're cooling off into the 60s by about 6 o'clock, and then by about 10 o'clock you're already starting to get into the 50s there, but staying clear through your night for those skies, so it'll be easy to see those stars. As for the next few hours out there in those mountain locations, notice you're already in the 50s by about 6 o'clock. And once you hit 9, you're in the 40s, and then 30s after midnight. So that 7-day forecast out here in Chico, 78 degrees for a high for tomorrow, dropping to 77 on Wednesday, but notice we stay in those 70s until we get to Saturday. That's when we could see another 80-degree temperature day here in Chico, and then we drop back into the 70s on Sunday, and then hopefully we see another downward trend in temperatures by Monday, but we'll just have to wait and see. And we also have some more cloud cover out there as well through that forecast, which is good, but only a few clouds. It's not going to be really cloudy out there. As for Redding, Redding could be a little cloudier through your week. Once we go to tomorrow, we're at 86 degrees. So today, 88, so 86 is not that far-fetched because we've already got above that for today. And then dropping to 84 on Wednesday. We continue to drop through Friday with those clouds kind of sticking around in the forecast. You could see a few more out there in Redding than in Chico. But once we get to Sunday and Monday, we could see a return to those 70-degree temperatures because it has been quite warm in Redding today.
All right, thanks, Brian. The shipwreck that famously sat atop the Niagara Falls for 100 years was suddenly knocked loose by a storm. Halloween night brought heavy winds and rain, swelling the Niagara River, moving what most thought was an unmovable metal ship. The boat toppled over and pivoted about 150 feet, now just under 2,000 feet from its inevitable fate.
That also gives you a sense of the power of the river here and the power of Niagara Falls.